this video, we're going to go ahead and look at the discussion board. So again, I'm on the announcements page, the main page when you get into the course. And if you go to week 0 or week 1, you will see there's a discussion board assignment. For example, week 0 says click on the discussion board button on the left and do task 1 of week 0 and 1. Or the week 1 button will say for task number 2 here, that the due dates are by Tuesday and Thursday, as is the case for all discussion boards. And you click on the discussion board on the left, then week 0 and 1 discussions. So I'm going to collapse this. I'm going to click on discussion board. And so far the only two that appear are for week 0 and 1 and the open forum, which is at the very top. So I'll leave that for you to read. The open forum is where you can post questions, and our course tutor or me will have access to answering your questions online. So let's say I want to go to week 0 and 1. You have 2 tasks due by 6/16 and 6/18. The first one says introduce yourself and tell us about yourself and your relationship with math. So you do that by Tuesday, and then by Thursday you want to make sure you come back and you post a comment to classmates. So you would respond here, click respond. And if you scroll down, it says what's the subject. You can say, let's say I would say about, or intro about Roya, and then I will, talk about myself here. And you write 2 paragraphs, 2 short paragraphs about yourself, and then you say post. And once you do that, it'll appear on there. And then for task 2, you will come back and you will just say reply to somebody else's, and the field will open and you will start typing whatever you would like as a response to that person's post. So then you will have 2 posts, one that you talk about yourself and one reply to somebody else's post. Now I've gone back to the open forum, the tutor help discussion board, and I clicked on respond, and I come here and I say maybe something like section 2.1 question. And I could type my question here, but make sure you use correct math notation. So if you say x plus 2 equals 5 and it's a simple equation, you must ask a question like, how do I solve x plus 2 equals 5? And then a classmate or me or the tutor can go ahead and respond to your question. So that's one way to type things up. But if they're more complicated, you can use the equation editor. So you always want to have correct math notation. So this is similar to the palette that you use for your homework, and in the orientation home exercises you practice that. So let's say I have x squared plus 5x equals 2 is the equation I would like to know how to solve. Then I say insert, and it should insert that on there for me. And notice how do I solve now? It has the correct math notation, and what I used was the equation editor, which is similar to the applet that you use, or the palette that you use when you do your homework. So again, all your notations must be correct when you post things on the discussion board, and you want to use parentheses correctly as well. For example, if you have the quantity x plus 2 over 4 equals 1, and you want to type it without the using this equation editor, you must have parentheses for the numerator of this problem. So here's what I mean. If this is the equation you want to post, you can use the equation editor as I have. If you just type it up like this, it would be wrong because the entire numerator is divided by 4. If you just want to type it up without the equation editor, it should have parentheses. So make sure you have correct notation for the discussion boards. So whatever question you have, you type it and you say post. I'm going to give it a subject. It wants me to give it a subject. You post, and you want to be more specific of where the question is coming from. And then there will be a reply to your question either by me or by our course tutor, or maybe other classmates will come and look at it and they would like to chime in as well. And that's how you use the discussion board. Click on it, access the week that you're supposed to do the work for, or go to the open forum for questions for the tutor.